Yo, welcome to the show. It's Boston's Banter with Frank the Bank and Keith KLava. You know the answer. Talking sports, breaking down the play so raw. From the Celtics to the Sox, we giving you the score. Catch the vibe, we coming live. Filling up your feed, let the passion thrive. Every dunk, every run, we analyze the moves. Shout out to the fans, feel the rhythm and grooves. From Gillette to the Garden, we ain't missing a beat. Frank and KLava bring the fire, can't accept defeat.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to Boston's Banter, where the sports are wicked and the banter is pissa. I'm your host, Frank the Bank. With me, as always, is Keith KLava, LaCava. What's going on, Cam Scatter, bro?
Nothing much, Marcus Brones.
Marcus Brones in the house tonight.
Yes, sir, taking it to the house.
Loved it. He played so good. It was crazy.
Yes,
good for him.
We'll get into that in a little bit.
Absolutely. Your boy, or your uncle?
My uncle Danny.
Danny won the picture. One of our best giveaways, if not our best yet. So
absolutely.
Good job. He was really, 10 off? That was
10
really,
off.
Yeah, it was great.
Yep.
This week, we're doing another autograph. It's a sports card. It's Kayshon Boutte, and that is his autograph. It looks like initials. It's kind of a funny one. We're asking for the total yards by the Patriots wide receivers, not just Boutte. Everybody on the team that's a wide receiver, not the tight ends, not the running backs.
Yeah, just the wide receivers, WRs.
Exactly. So whatever they're classified as, if they're classified as WR, that's the yardage we're asking for this week. So
I like it, Frankie. Good
luck. Let's jump into the Wicked Pissah news. We got a lot to talk about.
Let's get it popping, Frankie. We actually got some Celtics, or should I say related Celtics news.
Yeah, definitely.
End of an era over there, man. So let's bring it up real quick. So now former Celtic Al Horford has signed a multi-year deal with the Golden State Warriors for his 19th season coming up. In turning 40 this season, Frankie, Horford spent 7 of his last 9 seasons with the C's and is moving on with how rough the C's will look next year. Obviously, no Tatum and everything. You know, the guys they just got rid of, and Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis. Horford averaged 9 points per game, 6.2 rebounds per game, shooting roughly about 36% from 3, while starting in 42 of the 60 games he played last year for the C's. In much love and respect to Horford, man. You know, he's a great fit on our team, great defender. He was an even better locker room guy. Now with the Warriors, though, Frankie, I'm going to start calling them the Olden State Warriors.
Olden State. I know, they got to have the oldest lineup in the league.
Dude, the average age of their core is like 37 and a half.
Hey, playoff Al, though. I mean, you got to give him credit, though. He was a boss for us in the playoffs.
Bro, but listen to this. Curry's going to be 38 this season. Draymond is going to be 36. Jimmy Butler's going to be 37. And like I just said, Al Horford's going to be 40. Olden State Warriors.
Olden State.
Yes, sir, Frankie.
Nice, dude. We got Red Sox. We're in the playoffs, baby.
We're in the playoffs,
You know what I'm saying? Give me some of that.
Yes,
Give me some of that. So we're actually starting in about a half an hour, game 1 in the Bronx. So it's going to be crazy. Crochet on the hill. Let's go. What did we do last week to get to where we're at this week?
So let's break it down, Frankie. So the Sox, they ended the season with an 89-73 record to end the season. You know, third in the AL East. We wanted to be second, but all good, man.
You were expecting,
in the playoffs, second in the wild card. We got the Yankees coming up, but let's break down what they did this past week. So they beat the AL East leading Blue Jays on the road last Tuesday, 4-1. Followed by a 7-1 win over the Blue Jays last Wednesday. 2 big wins right there.
Huge wins.
Then a 6-1 loss versus the Blue Jays last Thursday to end that series, unfortunately. Then to start the Tigers series in Boston on Friday, they won 4-3 in cinematic fashion. Let's show the clip real quick.
Sick.
Rafaela, deep center field, way back there. Meadows looks up. It's off the top of the wall. Here comes Gonzalez around third. He will score. Say hello to October. Cedon walks it off.
That was what got us into the playoffs.
Clinched
right there.
The playoff berth.
Yes, sir.
Right
you know,
there.
oh yeah, and that bum Devers and the Giants, they didn't make the playoffs.
And they fired their manager too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Then after that big win, the Sox lost 2-1 to the Tigers on Saturday. The Tigers actually clinched the playoff spot with that win.
Which we're going to talk about the Tigers in a second.
Yes, we are. And lastly, a 4-3 win to end the season versus the Tigers. They're back in the playoffs. Legendary Yankees versus Sox series coming up. Let's get it popping.
It's going to be huge. I mean, we won a couple games by 1 run. We talked a lot about losing a lot of the games by 1 run early on in the season. So good to see them win a few games late against a good Tigers team, even though the Tigers had one of the most epic, if not the most epic in history, collapse in history. So
they almost didn't make the playoffs.
So they almost didn't make the playoffs, but the collapse of losing the Central was insane. So the Tigers were up on July 8th, 15 and a half games on the Guardians. Okay, 15 and a half games. So that's in July, whatever, July 8th. The betting at that time, the Tigers were minus $5,000 to win. So if you would have to risk $5,000 to win $100. Okay, if you put up $100 on the flip side of it for Cleveland back then, you would have won $5,000 because they were plus 5,000 to win. That's how far they were. Like that's how far apart they were. So then let's move forward. August 26th, the odds were even steeper. Minus 10,000 to win. So that's how it was. It's at this point, it's a 99.9% chance to win the AL Central.
Yeah,
that's what the metric said. Okay,
right.
It was plus 8,000 for the Guardians. Okay,
So,
again, $100 you win 8,000.
Right. What
the Guardians won. Right. So Guardians go 15-1 in the next 16 games. The Tigers go 1-9. So they jump. That obviously changed. Right.
Right.
But coming into September, okay, no team has ever lost any division with a 7.5 game lead or more. Okay, to start September, the Tigers were up 15.5 games. Let's just put it that way. It was the most insane thing I've seen in stats. 99.9% chance to win, and they lost. It's always that one little.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Point, you know what I mean?
That is crazy, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I have a feeling they're playing each other too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So,
that's true. That almost could have been an epic collapse, though.
Yeah, that's crazy. So
yes, sir.
But let's see if the Red Sox can get it done. We did good in the Yankees in the Yankee Stadium this year, and all 3 games are at Yankee Stadium, which I don't like.
I
don't like that.
I hate that. All 3 games, man.
But what can you do? So. Why don't we move on to one last thing, guy we talked about all year, Cal Raleigh, baseball.
Bro, I'm going to start calling this Wicked Pissah Cal Raleigh news,
I'm telling you, this guy, it's unbelievable. So in AL history, for the American League, there's only been now 4 people that have hit 60 home runs. So he's tied in 3rd place for the AL with Babe Ruth. Okay, that's insane. Do you know the other 2 guys that hit more than 60?
Aaron Judge and Sammy Sosa.
Roger Maris was the other one. So 3 Yankees and Cal Raleigh. So Sosa was in the NL.
Oh, NL, yeah. I thought you were talking about overall.
Just AL. So I mean, overall major leagues, I don't know. There's probably 10, but there's only 4 in the AL, the American League. So pretty crazy. Do you have him or Judge winning the MVP this year?
Honestly, at this rate, man, I'm saying Cal Raleigh.
I'm going Cal Raleigh too. He deserves it. Honestly, I swear, he set so many records this year.
Mind you, he got that record he had a 2 home run game and a 92 win over the Rockies and everything. It was his 11th multi-home run game this season, which was tying the MLB record with Aaron Judge, Sammy Sosa, and Hank Greenberg in 1938.
That's a fact right there.
So right there, I think he deserves to get the MVP, Frankie.
I love it. I think he should too. So good
sir.
Stuff, man.
Yes, sir, Frankie. Well, let's get into some NFL news real quick, man. We got some notable injuries we need to bring up here. Eagles linebacker Nolan Smith has been placed on the IR with the triceps injury. He actually suffered the same injury in the Super Bowl when he underwent surgery for it this past offseason, but he's dealing with it again, so he's going to be out for the next 4 games. Here we go with my fantasy team, man. I get a win, and this happens to me. Giants wide receiver Malik Neighbors suffered a torn ACL versus the Chargers Sunday, and he is out for the year, Frankie. But he's not the only big-name receiver done for the year, and I know you're dealing
all 3 of the leagues that I'm in, I drafted this guy.
Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill suffered a dislocated knee and was taken to the hospital immediately after this injury. Actually, gruesome. I got a clip of what everybody in the stadium was doing after this injury. So yeah, man,
his leg was hanging there, hanging there. One, and he tore multiple ligaments too. I mean, this could be. They're saying 2026 is in jeopardy, and it could be a career ender, kind of like the Robert Edwards that we saw way back when.
Really bad,
for the Pats.
From that same game, Jets running back Braylon Allen suffered a sprained MCL, which actually looked worse. It was just a sprained MCL.
Worse.
He's likely going to IR. They said so. It could be 4 games, but yeah, I mean,
I thought he tore something.
That's what I'm saying.
I saw something in the Yahoo chat room, and it was like, man, Braylon Allen's really strong. I wish I had legs like that.
Yeah, and then that happens.
No, I'm saying because he took that hit, and everyone was like, "How are you not out? Like, how are you not tearing something? Your legs must be beasts."
Like I said, dude's a tank, bro.
He is a tank.
Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson suffered a hamstring injury in the Ravens' blowout loss versus the Chiefs Sunday and left in the 3rd quarter without returning. Mind you, I just saw a report saying that he's most likely going to be missing 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, he should be. That would look bad too.
And then this doesn't look good for the Chargers, Frankie. Chargers O-tackle Joe Alt was carted off the field Sunday versus the Giants with a high ankle sprain. No timetable for his return, but mind you, they just lost their big paid tackle in the offseason, Rashawn Slater. Now they lose the tackle on the other side.
Highest paid tackle.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So the Chargers, man, I mean, I know they're starting to surge a little bit. I knew they just lost this past week to the Giants, and I'm sure that didn't help.
To the Giants,
you know what I'm saying, Frank? We'll get into that later. But yeah,
the whole game.
Chargers O-line is looking like.
Yep.
And then we just got a few notable signings I want to bring up, Frankie.
Yep.
So the Giants actually signed recently released Falcons kicker Younghoe Koo to their practice squad. You know, with Graham Gano on IR, this move seemed inevitable.
Yep.
The Eagles actually signed our former safety from the offseason, Marcus Epps, to a 1-year deal. You know, they needed some safety help. I still feel like we need some safety help. I felt like we should have brought him back.
We should have never got rid of Jabril Peppers.
That's
honestly.
what I'm saying, bro.
Let's be real.
And then I just want to bring up this trade because this kind of was a head scratcher for me, because considering the Texans' O-line. The Texans have traded offensive tackle Cam Robinson to the Browns for a swap of later round picks in 2027. Dude, the Texans are making some dumb moves. They already traded Laramie Tunsil, their best O-lineman. Now they traded another good O-lineman. They just signed in the past offseason.
What is the management doing over there?
Mind
they
you,
had a nice nucleus going there.
Right.
And now they're just trading everybody.
Bro.
They need line help more than anything else.
Currently, they're tied for the 6th most sacks allowed this season.
Yeah, and that's going to go down to like number 2 or 3 after this trade.
Dumb.
That don't make any sense.
Yes, sir. We'll see what happens, Frankie.
Good stuff, bro.
Good stuff, bro.
So, yeah, another great Wicked Pissah news. Why don't we get into a Foxboro focus?
Good week, Frankie.
Hell yeah.
That's what I got to say, brother. Good week, man.
Love it.
But we got to bring up some unfortunate news.
This is bad news.
Yeah, good for the game week, but yeah, we got to bring up the unfortunate news first.
Yep.
So Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel recently announced that defensive coordinator Terrell Williams has been diagnosed with prostate cancer. Williams is meeting with specialists and taking time away from the team to figure out the best plan to be able to attack this and heal and get back to better health, Vrabel said. The Patriots will proceed with inside linebackers coach Zach Kerr as their DC, calling all the defensive plays.
Yep.
Very unfortunate news, Frankie, so our prayers are with Terrell Williams.
Prayers up, man. Get better.
You know, they're all
this thing.
All the players before the game, they were wearing the T-Strong T-shirts and everything. So much love and respect to him, man. You know, Vrabel and him are very close. You know, he coached with Vrabel in Tennessee. They got a good relationship and everything. So obviously, I'm sure the team's feeling it not having him there. But you know, praying for him and especially his family and that he gets back strong and healthy.
Better.
Yes, sir, Frankie. But like I said, man, other than that, we
fun.
got some good news, brother, to bring up.
Let's go.
So Patriots Week 4 recap. The Patriots beat the Panthers 42-13.
Demolished.
Bringing our record to 2-2. And Frankie, let's bring up the highlights real quick.
Week 4, Patriots versus Panthers. Panthers would drive down the field, getting the red zone on their first drive, and Bryce Young is looking for tight end Tommy Tremble for a 7-yard touchdown to put the Panthers up 6-0 to start the game. But for the PAT, kicker Ryan Fitzgerald would hit it off the left upright. No good. Score remains at 6-0. After a few back and forth from each offenses, punter Sam Martin is punting away to Marcus Jones, and he's going to be taking the punt, going to the right side, breaks a tackle, now he's going to the left side. He got a convoy of blockers. We were going crazy at Gillette Stadium. He's going up the left side. He's getting by the punter, and that is going to be an 87-yard punt return touchdown for the Swiss Army knife, Marcus Jones. Patriots defense got another stop. Patriots in the red zone, and Drake Mays rolling out to the left, and he's going to be taking it in for a 5-yard touchdown run to put it up 14-6, doing the Cam Newton celly. Panthers back on offense after that Drake May touchdown, and Bryce Young is going to be feeling the pressure from not only Milton Williams, but linebacker KLava Kayshon. Let's go, baby. Patriots next drive, Drake Mays in the shotgun, and he's going to be looking downfield for wide receiver Stephon Diggs for a big 33-yard gain. I said we should be using Stephon Diggs more. After the big play, the Patriots are in the red zone, and they're going to be hitting it off to rookie running back Travion Henderson. He's breaking a bunch of tackles for a 5-yard touchdown run to put the Patriots up 21-6. The Patriots defense stopped the Panthers again, and Sam Martin is going to be punting away again to Marcus Jones. But wait a minute, will he be able to? Can he? He's going up the left side. He's got some guys in front of him. Now he's going up the field, breaking a tackle. He's breaking another tackle. He's going through. Is he going to do it again? Nah, unfortunately, this time Sam Martin, the punter, stopped him, but a nice 61-yard return. After that nice Marcus Jones punt return, the Patriots are back in the red zone, and Drake May is going to be handed off to other running back Antonio Gibson for an easy 1-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots were just killing it this game. Patriots got the ball back again because the Panthers suck, and Drake May is rolling out to the left side. He's going to find tight end Hunter Henry, one of his favorite targets, for a nice 31-yard touchdown pass. Hunter Henry's 4th touchdown of the year. Definitely one of Drake May's favorite targets. And the Patriots got the ball again, killing the Panthers 35-6. And even 4th and 3, they're going for it down the field for a turnaround catch by Stephon Diggs for 30 yards right into the red zone at the 5-yard line. After that big play to Stephon Diggs, Drake May is going to be looking for his other new wide receiver, Mac Hollins, for a 4-yard touchdown. You saw his hand gesture. Yeah, they're kicking the Panthers' ass. victory formation for the Patriots in the final 42-13, bringing the Patriots record to 2-2 and Vrabel's first win in Gillette as the Pats head coach.
So, Frankie, we were there.
Yeah.
We witnessed that.
So much fun.
Yes, it was. Good time, brother.
We had a great time tailgating, doing all the stuff. It was everything. It was great.
It was a great time, man. But, we did some interviews like we were talking about, like we were going to do.
We handed out koozies. We handed out
T-shirts and everything.
It was a good time.
But so on two of the interviews, which you can see right here, there was some technical difficulties. But let's bring up the interviews real quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
Good. Keith KLava, LaCava here. We just got back from the Panthers Patriots game. We got my cousin Justin, Beanie Baby Bean, the record holder in the picture of this trivia. Got to bring him up real quick. Justin, give me your thoughts from this game.
Dynamic game we had today.
Dynamic. No, but kind of break it down for me a little bit. Other than dynamic, tell me.
Rushing touchdown, receiving touchdown. Dynamic.
Everything. So we got Justin Beanie Baby Bean here. We're going to get back to you with more. We got another contestant here. We got my cousin Joey the Bowie Santiago. Joey, let's bring it up, man. Break it down. Panthers versus Patriots. What'd you see from that game?
Great game. Drake May looked great, of course. Fantasy points, almost 30 points right there. You know what I'm saying? You can't complain like that. What's his name? Who ran that kickback?
Marcus Jones.
Marcus Jones. He is so fast. He's dynamic. We don't need Travion Henderson returning nothing anymore. He needs to be starting full time. Let's go, baby. Go Pat.
What up, Frank the Bank? Here with Keith's dad, David KLava LaCava.
Yes. How you doing?
We're doing good. What did you think of that kicking that we gave?
Oh my God! I called it, man.
You did.
When they got their whipped last week because of turnovers, I said they're coming out angry today, and they did. And I knew they were going to let up that first touchdown in the first drive like they always do. They came out. Their defense is insane.
I like that. I like that a lot. Tell us about that story you told us earlier today about what happened back in 1984. bleep it all out.
So, we couldn't bring up what happened to my dad in 1984, but that was a funny clip,
That was
Frankie.
the best. That was so much fun.
That was a good interview right there.
Good stuff, Dave.
But, Frankie, let's get into a real quick recap of the game. What we noticed from the offense, the defense, and we got to bring up special teams real quick because special teams been killing it, brother.
Yep.
So what I noticed from the offense real quick in this game, we had 307 total yards of offense with a very efficient passing. Drake May was 14-17 for 203 yards, 2 touchdowns, averaging 10 yards per pass.
Yep.
They were finally getting Travion involved early. He had 9 total touches, 46 total yards, and his first career touchdown. Give it up for him there, brother.
I love that.
No turnovers. I'm going to say it again. No turnovers, and the Patriots were 4 for 4 in the red zone. Yeah, there was a talk in this past week, man.
It was unreal. They played all aspects of the game except for minus that first drive. I don't care about the garbage.
And that was the defense.
That was they played on every aspect of the game, though. It was great. And you talk about Drake May, right? So he made history, obviously, this week, too, with the passer rating stuff, which I think you have a little bit on that, too, right? So I thought that was great. 23 years old, he joins Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen as the only QBs in NFL history to record multiple games in a season with 135 plus passer rating with 1 rushing touchdown or more and a passing touchdown or more. So that he's killing it. And we're in week 4. We're going on to week 5. He's up there with those 2 guys. So it's like they were the last 2 MVPs of the league. You know what I mean?
No, those are some great numbers. If you want to hear some more numbers, another record he broke.
Ton of them.
Drake May is the first Patriots quarterback since Tom Brady to have 3 consecutive games with a 75% completion rating.
Yeah, I saw this.
200 plus passing yards and 2 plus passing touchdowns. Mind you, Brady did all that in the semi-undefeated season in 2007.
I love it. He's killing it.
That's what I'm saying.
He's playing real good and real confident up there.
Build off of this game.
Absolutely.
And then the last thing I just want to bring from the offense is they finally got Diggs more involved to over 100 yards.
Yeah, Diggs came out after the game, said I'm only about 5 out of 10 comfortable in the offense, but that's just coming back from a big injury like that. So he's going to build off this. Hopefully we see a 7 and 8 confidence in it.
A lot of big catches.
He's going to keep going crazy.
He had 2 30-plus yard catches like we saw in the highlights, bro.
He's a top receiver in the league for years, and he knows how to play.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. But, Frankie, let's bring up what I saw from the defense real quick.
Let's do it.
The defense may have allowed 326 total yards and only had 1 sack. We have 1 sack in the last 2 weeks. Credit KLava and Chase on that sack.
Yep.
But only 13 points. They had the touchdown on the opening drive like you were talking about, and Andy Dalton garbage time touchdown at the end to a guy I don't even know who the hell he was.
Yeah, the announcer at the stadium said his name wrong.
Michael
Mitchell.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so yeah.
They held the Panthers to 5 for 14 on 3rd down and 1 for 3 on 4th down. But I will say this: it was our first game we did allow 100 plus rush yards. But I'm not worried, Frankie.
Yeah, garbage time don't count.
That's what I'm saying. And then, like I said, just bringing up the special teams real quick. We've already seen a kick return touchdown this year, and now, like we just saw in the highlights, an 87-yard punt return touchdown. We were going crazy in Gillette Stadium, because of the Swiss Army knife Marcus Jones. He also had a 61-yarder, like we also saw in the highlights. Man, he almost had 2 punt return touchdowns.
Just got hit by the punter, just enough.
Hunter, Sam Martin. But Frankie, he finished with 167 return yards, which set a new single-game franchise record for the Patriots. And the Patriots actually lead the league in punt return average with nearly 30 yards per return and total punt return yards with 202. Special teams coordinator Jeremy Springer got these guys killing it, bro.
Well, that was sick. I mean, they've been playing great on special teams for the most part.
That's what I'm saying, especially the return game.
I'm saying the return game has been unreal. I saw a meme with Forrest Gump running, but it was Marcus Jones' head.
That's great. That's great. Just run out of the stadium.
One day I woke up and I decided to start running.
But Frankie, we got to bring this one up. Upcoming week 5 at the Bills this Sunday night, man. So the Bills are 4-0. They beat the Saints 31-19 in week 4. Josh Allen combined for 3 touchdowns, 2 passing, 1 rushing. Like
they had trouble. That game was close for a long time.
It was getting close.
It was only 5-point game for a while, and they had trouble with Miami too. I feel like they're underplaying. I mean, they're playing down to their competition. I think it's gonna be a great game, honestly. So it might be one of the games of the week.
It definitely will be. But the Bills, they have the 9th-ranked defense overall, 2nd-ranked pass defense. But Frankie, they got the 32nd dead last ranked run defense. So we need to take advantage of that. Obviously, to get Travion, Ramondre, and Gibson going. Yeah. Especially, we got a 3-headed monster with those guys.
I love it.
Yeah, they allowed the Saints to have nearly 200 rush yards.
Yep.
Our defense will be severely challenged, though. The Bills have the number 1 overall offense, 1st in rushing, 5th in passing. So obviously, any opportunities we need to capitalize on. I don't even care if it's balls getting tipped up and we intercept them in whatever lucky turnovers. You need to capitalize and score off of those, man.
Absolutely.
Frankie, though, we get into the predictions and everything, and unfortunately, this is the first one where I'm going to be going against the Patriots, and I am going to be taking the Bills.
This is the first one for me, too.
Yeah,
so I got to take the Bills. They're just playing out of their minds right now.
They are. I mean,
and it's in Buffalo, but Sunday I have a feeling it's going to be a tough game for the Bills because, up until this last game, and I know, again, garbage time, we have stuffed the run a lot, and they build off the run. They do a lot of play action. James Cook's looked unbelievable. He's been like the 2nd or 3rd highest efficiency of any running back in the league. So I feel like if we can stop him, that's going to change the outcome like a lot. Like, focus on him. Make their wide receivers beat you, who are so wide receivers. They don't have great wide receivers.
Right.
They have a great quarterback and a great running back.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Everybody
and their tight end are pretty good. Their 2 tight ends are very good, actually. Kincaid's a very good catching tight end.
Yeah, he's doing good this year, of course. I don't have him in fantasy.
Yeah, well, Knox isn't bad either. Knox is a good blocking tight end and a good catching tight end. They have 2 good tight ends, but their wideouts aren't all that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Their motto is everybody eats, so they don't really have that premier top, elite guy.
They spread it out.
But they spread it out.
That's what I mean. That's what you do. You do that when you have a good quarterback.
But if you go real quick before we get out of here, Frankie, if you go back to last year's game in Buffalo, we were beating them 14-0 to start that game in Buffalo last year, and I think we lost by 3.
I mean, our defense can compete with anybody in the league when Gonzo's back, like it was like this week. I mean, Carolina won 30-0 against Atlanta, and Atlanta's defense ain't bad. They scored on the first drive and the last drive in garbage time. That's it.
Right.
Yeah, otherwise, we shut them down completely. So
we'll see what happens, Frankie.
And that's all we got for the Foxboro Focus. Let's jump into the Wicked Smaht fantasy stats.
Yeah, Frankie. Good week for you, boy.
Bad week for me, but good week for you.
Yes, sir, Frankie. So we're going to start in my league. So like I just said, man, it was a good week. So I won 173.54 to 124.40 against my dad, bringing my record to 2-2. So I'm going to bring up my studs real quick. Finally, Ashton Janty did something.
Yeah, he went crazy.
35.5. He had 155 total yards and 3 total touchdowns. Wide receiver Roma Dunze, 16.9. 5 touchdowns in 4 weeks, Frankie. Wide receiver Khalil Shakir, he had 19.9. He started the game with a 43-yard touchdown. Didn't do much after that, but he still produced for me.
He played good.
Wide receiver Garrett Wilson last night, bro. 20.20. He had a nasty touchdown with like 2 minutes left in the game.
I thought it was bobbling that ball, too, but that was a great catch.
And then with Jaden Daniels out, I didn't start Jake Browning this week. I started quarterback Justin Fields. He got me 31.14.
I can't believe somebody dropped him in your league. I almost tried to pick him up myself.
Bro, that 43-yard rush touchdown was filthy.
That was sick, yeah.
And let me bring up the duds real quick, man. I'm starting to get pissed off with this guy. It's not even fully his fault. But wide receiver A.J. Brown, 2.7, only 2 catches for 7 yards.
Patriots need to trade for him.
That's what I'm saying. He knows Vrabel. Tight end Sam Laporta, another guy pissing me off, only 6.9. Like, where's your rookie year, Sam Laporta, man? Getting those 80 catches, almost 1,000 yards.
He drove me crazy last year. He was my keeper. His second year. This is third year. They spread it out too much.
They do. And then the Chargers defense. I started them against the Giants. You know, I figured going up against a rookie quarterback and everything. Only 10.5, and they lost to the Giants. What was that all about?
Gross.
But Frankie, bring it up. What'd you do in my league?
I lost to Armani. Romeo Dobbs had the best career game of his life. He probably won't catch another touchdown all year, but he had 3. So, of course, he put up like 30 freaking points against me. But I put up 151 points. I had some duds, obviously. Jamar Chase, without Burrow, is just a straight-up average guy. He's got 7.3. Again, he's my first-round pick, so it's like that's awful. I started Chris Godwin, who I just got from you. He only got 5.6. He had a decent amount of targets, but just was not catching the ball.
Right.
And my kicker only got 6.3. But, I mean, I lost by 15 points. It was a close game, but, you know, Dobbs on that late night game went crazy.
Fluke. It was like I was going against Keith in your league, man. Marvin Mims got him 21 points. I was like, get out of here.
And I lost Tyreek Hill for the year. So, I mean, I didn't have many studs really to talk about except for Bucky Irvin. Bucky Irvin went crazy, 27.5. And then Travis Etienne, 21.5.
That's a good one right there.
So, those are the 2 studs. So.
All right, Frankie.
Let's move to my league.
Let's move over to your league, brother. Where I got my first win of the season, man.
Congratulations, my
and
friend.
mind you, it was still third in the points. You know, I dipped down from second to third, so I just got to get those wins, man. I'll be climbing. So I won 150.60 to 134.98 in the Keith Bowl versus our boy Sly. Sorry, Sly, not really though.
I beat Sly this year too, but I've lost 2. I've only got 1 win in my league. I got 3 in yours.
So same with me. I'm 1-3, so I'm gonna bring up my studs real quick. So Jalen Hurts, 19.4. He actually didn't complete a pass in the second half, which was crazy, but he got me 19 points, so I'm going to bring that up.
That's crazy.
Cowboys running back Javonte Williams, you know, another solid week. He got me 19 as well. Wide receiver Jordan Addison, his first game back, bro. He actually was looking like it was going to be a dud. He had 6 points before we went into the stadium.
Yeah.
He finished with 17. He had a big 81-yard catch he almost scored on.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was crazy. Patriots defense versus the Panthers. I started them. They got me 14.5. And I have Garrett Wilson in both leagues, you know, 20.20, like I said. And here are my duds. Malik Neighbors, unfortunately, you know, he got hurt. He only finished with 4, so, you know, he's gone for the year.
He gone.
Wide receiver Jerry Jeudy, man. When is this guy going to start getting some more looks? I think they're doing a quarterback change in Cleveland, I hope, because he only got me 7.8. Another week, Brock Bowers gets me single digits, 9.6. And then wide receiver Darnell Mooney. You know, actually, I bench Pitts this week. I start Mooney. He gets me 2.5, and Pitts is on my bench with 18.
That's crazy.
You know, he gets a hamstring injury. I'm like, dude, come on, man.
That's nutty. What can you do there?
Yes, sir, Frankie. Let's hear it, man.
I mean, I put up 160 in my league. I would have beat about half the league, but of course, Adam's team goes crazy. He puts up 205 on me, which is nuts. Every guy going crazy. He had good matchups, but they were all just going bananas. Even Pat Mahomes had his best game of the year and probably the best game in 2 years for fantasy football.
Right.
Anyways, my studs, Josh Allen had 27 points. Diggs had 17. I started him. Shakir had 20. Barkley had 17. Again, my team did pretty good, but again, Adam's team went crazy. So for my duds, Zach Ertz, 6.1. I started Christian Kirk in one of our 3 flexes. He only had 5. And then Brandon Aubrey was 7.2, which, I mean, a kick is a whatever, but he usually puts up a lot more points than that. So, unfortunately, what can you do? Let's get into the week 5 sleepers. What do you got?
Yes, sir, man. Keith's weekly sleepers for week 5. And let's break it down real quick. So I'm going to start with Giants wide receiver Darius Slayton at the Saints, bro.
I like that.
So Malik Neighbors is done for the year, so expect more from Wan'Dale Robinson, obviously, and Slayton. Slayton had 3 catches for 44 yards on 4 targets this past Sunday, and the guy is always good for an occasional big catch. I mean, a few weeks ago, he had a nice 52-yarder versus the Cowboys, and like I said, expect more of it. Robinson will be the bona fide number 1 receiver, and Slayton, no pun intended, is slated to be the number 2, and going against the number 18 ranked pass defense could bode well for Slayton this week. The man's the longest tenured Giant since 2019, and that's miserable enough. Get my guy some more looks, especially with Dart, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
Then number 2, I got Texans running back Woody Marks at the Ravens.
Okay.
Now, Marks out-touched Nick Chubb this past Sunday in the 26-0 shutout over the Titans, 21-15, and I'm sure the game script called for it being a blowout and everything.
Yeah, they were resting Chubb a bit.
That's what I'm saying. So the guy had 69 rushing yards, 1 rush touchdown, and 50 receiving yards on 4 receptions and 1 receiving touchdown. So I expect the Texans to let the kid get more involved after that.
He should. He's a good player.
That's what I'm saying, especially against a 32nd ranked Ravens defense. 31st ranked pass defense and 30th ranked rush defense. They suck. Maybe he'll out-touch Chubb a little more, but I think he's going to get opportunities as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Makes sense.
And then lastly, I got Saints running back Kendre Miller versus the Giants. Another guy going against a defense. Now, obviously, you know, AK-41 is there, Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, Kamara had a great game.
That's what I'm saying. But Miller is starting to trend upward in the Saints offense. He had 4 less carries than Kamara, 11 carries, 65 yards, and he had a nice 18-yard touchdown run, averaging more yards per carry than Kamara as well. And like I said, defense. The Giants have the 31st ranked overall defense, 31st ranked run defense, and who knows, maybe he gets some catches. The Giants have the 28th ranked pass defense. So if any injuries, your team's getting take a look at Miller. I think he could probably help you out.
Yeah, I like that.
But Frankie, let's hear the FanDuel picks.
Yeah, I mean, we had another decent week last week with FanDuel. So this week we're going Dak Prescott, 7,300. I mean, he's got the Jets. So, I mean, the Jets defense has not been very good. So I like that, 7,300 there, bottom defense against the pass.
Right.
I'm stacking him with George Pickens. They just went crazy together against Green Bay in that game. They went absolute bananas. CeeDee Lamb still out. So, and George Pickens only 7,100. So I like them as a stack. My super deep sleeper, I went real cheap on a tight end, and I always go cheap tight ends, is Oronde Gadsden, the rookie from the Chargers, okay? So he played a lot this week, looked pretty good. He got a decent amount of targets 2 weeks ago. This past week, he didn't get as many, but he's been playing more and ahead of people. Will Dissly's been out, and he's been injured, so I feel like he's going to be in there a lot. Greg Roman's offense relies heavily on tight end, so I think that's a really deep sleeper. He's only 4,500, so
not bad.
I'm throwing him out there. Again, hopefully you catch lightning in a bottle, and you're able to stack up some bigger guys with a cheap guy. So the last 2 weeks we took Kyle Pitts, who went crazy, and the week before that 4,800 was Hunter Henry.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And he went really crazy. He had like 28 points.
Keep the streak going.
Hopefully this guy does something this week. This is probably the deepest sleeper we've done yet. So and then lastly at 6,600 in my flex, another guy that I think now that he's kind of getting off what he was doing is the Marvin Harrison Jr. He looked really good after he caught that touchdown, and I think he's got that that off his back now, that he's just ready to start playing the way he should. So, and he's got a decent matchup this week too. So those are my picks this week. They're playing Tennessee. Tennessee, one of the worst in the league, if not the worst.
Right.
There you go. This is the rest of my team. What do you think?
Like you just said, Dak Prescott versus the Jets. He was just lighting it up versus Green Bay, a better defense.
Yep.
Then you got Saquon Barkley. Every time we bring up Barkley, man, it's a sure bet. Even going against
I just took everybody that was green. You look at the rankings that they're playing against, they're all green.
Even going against a good Broncos defense. You know, Jahmyr Gibbs, he's another sure one, too, going against a Cincinnati defense. Jacoby Myers versus the Colts. I mean, the Colts do have a good defense, but obviously he's one of their main targets over there. George Pickens, who just went off, I played against him in fantasy. You know, that's a good look right there against the Jets. Garrett Wilson, who I got on my fantasy teams, man, good pick right there, obviously. And like you were just talking about the rookie tight end Gadsden from the Chargers, so we'll see how he can do. See if you can get your tight end streak going, man.
Hell yeah.
And then you got in your flex, like you said, Marvin Harrison Jr. I think he's feeling a little more confident, especially after that nasty touchdown he had last week. A lot of people have been, clowning him for his drops and everything.
He was dropping, but he he knelt down, and then all of a sudden he just awoke.
He awoke. And then you got the Dallas defense versus the Jets and Justin Fields. We'll see how he does over there. Justin Fields will probably run for a 50-yard touchdown, but that'll be it.
I mean, Dallas coming off that craziness last week. I don't know. I think this again, cheap defense.
Why not?
Jets, whatever.
See what happens, brother. Good stuff, Frankie.
Let's jump into a lava round. How did we do last week in our picks?
Let's bring it up, Frankie. We actually got a random tie that we'll get into real quick. 40-40 tie with the Cowboys and Packers. But Frankie, last week you went 10-5-1, bringing your overall record to 44-19-1.
I like that.
I went 9-6-1, bringing my overall record to 41-22-1. Our only difference was the Dolphins and Jets. I picked the Jets, you picked Miami, and obviously that didn't bode well for me. Jets lost.
+3 on the year. I like
yes,
that.
Yes, you are, man.
I'll let you out of that bet right now. $45.
Nah,
Send it over.
Man. We ain't giving up yet, brother. But no, we're going to get into the Week 5 picks, Frankie.
Let's
so
go.
why would you name them? We'll predict them. Let's get it popping.
We got San Fran at the Rams. Who you got?
You know I'm taking the Rams.
Me too. Stop it. Vikings going to the Browns.
And that's going to be international as well. But you know what? I'm going to be taking the Vikings here. Even though they looked rough last week and everything, they didn't have to leave, and the Browns had to travel, so they're going to be a little more rested. I'm going to be taking the Vikings.
I'm taking the Vikings too. Raiders versus Colts. Who you got?
Frankie, I'm going to be taking the Colts here.
Easy.
Yeah,
Colts.
Absolutely.
Broncos at Eagles. This is one of the games of the week.
So you're going to probably think I'm crazy, bro, but I'm taking the Broncos.
I like that. It's not a bad pick, but I'm taking the Eagles at home.
I think the Broncos.
I like the Broncos. They should they should have at least 1 or 2 more wins this year already. So, and I picked them in each fantasy league that I'm in for defense. Their defense is stacked up. So.
I'm starting to stick to my gut, man. Something tells me the Broncos are really going to give it to the Eagles this week, especially in Philly. I just have a feeling.
It could be. That's not a bad pick. I'm going Eagles on that one because it's in Philly.
Yep.
So that's our first difference. Cowboys at Jets. Who you got?
I'm going to be taking the Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm taking them too. They went nuts last week.
Yep.
So Jets defense ain't all that. Miami just tore them up. So.
Right.
Dolphins at Panthers. That's kind of a crapshoot barrel game, bottom of the barrel.
We saw the last time the Panthers played at home, man, shutting out the Falcons. So I'm going to be taking the Panthers.
I'm taking the Panthers too, even though the Dolphins have played pretty good the
just
last
lost
couple
Tyreek
weeks, but
Hill.
they lost Hill. Exactly right. So
who'd they gain? Darren Waller, even though he had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, on 3 catches,
Right.
but it's all good. Texans at Ravens. I mean, I'm going Ravens if Lamar's paying, but I'm still going to take the Ravens, honestly.
You know what? That's another one right there, too. If Cooper Rush is playing, but actually, I wrote it down. I'm taking the Texans because I don't think Lamar's playing.
Yeah, I don't think Lamar's going to play either, but I mean, I think Derrick Henry's going to run for 3,000 yards, so he's got to wake up this week.
I mean, they got a good D-line, brother. You know, don't underestimate the Texans D-line.
Have been so bad. They're getting rid of their offensive line. They're going to call me up. They need a big guy out there like me, so I'll be on the backup squad there, practice squad. But Giants at Saints. I got to go Giants on this one.
Yeah, I'm going Giants here.
Yeah, I like it.
Jackson Dart looked good.
He did look good. Titans at Cards. I'm going Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm going Cardinals, absolutely. Like Cam Ward even said it himself. He said the Titans are
Yeah, they're terrible. They're terrible. And you know what? I saw another crazy thing. We always dogged on Will Levis. Will Levis and Cam Ward's. Actually, Will Levis had better stats at this point.
Better stats.
Okay, and he had a win at this point in his first 4 career games. Okay, so sorry, Will Levis. Our second apology ever at Boston's Banter. But yeah, he's playing better than Cam Ward.
He gets more clowned because he was a second round pick and Cam Ward's first overall draft pick.
That's a fact.
Look at it that way.
Bucks at Seattle. This is an interesting game. Who you got?
I'm taking the Bucks.
I'm taking the Bucks too. Even though Seattle's been playing good, but I'm going to take the Bucks. Yeah. And they got the 12th man in Seattle. I like that, but I'm going to still go with the Bucks because Baker's crazy.
Right.
Lions at Bengals. That's the easy Lions.
Yeah, I'm taking the Lions, every day. Bro. Absolutely.
Washington at Chargers. That's an interesting game.
So even with Jaden Daniels coming back, I feel like the Chargers, they got a bad taste in their mouths from this last loss. I'm going to be taking the Chargers here at home.
I'm going Chargers at home too, even though I do like Washington a lot, but they've been rusty this year, honestly. Pats at Bills. We both just said we want to go Bills there. And then we got the KC going to the Jags. KC coming off a huge win. I got to take KC.
Yeah, I'm taking KC here, especially in Jacksonville still. I don't care about that. Jacksonville sucks. And yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs.
They've been playing good. All right.
We'll see what happens, Frankie.
Good luck to you,
brother.
Another great show, Keith. Another good live around.
Yes,
good luck to you. Good luck to everybody
man.
This week in your fantasy and all that
Round
jazz.
1. Fight.
Round 1.
What the hell is that?
I don't know. Like I was trying to say, is good luck to
Round 2. Fight.
Round 2.
All right, Frank, what the is going on?
I know what it is. We're actually doing a Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection video game promo this week. Comes out this week. Looks sick. Got a lot of the old stuff in it. You know I'm a big Mortal Kombat fan. I like the movies too, but the games have been sick.
Oh, the games were awesome.
I had a stand-up arcade, the regular arcade at my house for the longest time.
Absolutely sick, bro.
So that's going to be dope. Get that game.
Final round. Fight.
When did we get to the final round?
We didn't do nothing yet.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Frank, I don't. Let's get out of here.
Finish him.
What the?
From Beantown to your town, stay Wicked Pissah.
Get over here.
Okay, Frankie, or should I say Scorpion? From Foxboro to your borough. Thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll see you next week.